All right, today we are tackling a huge topic. We're identifying the absolute titans of the global economy. We're talking about the 30 largest publicly traded companies on the entire planet. What does a list like this actually tell us about where the power lies in our world? Let's dive in and find out. So, who are the biggest players in the game? When you think of the most valuable, most influential corporations out there, what are the names that pop into your head? That's really the big question we're digging into, and I think some of the answers might actually surprise you. But first, we need a way to measure biggest, right?
So the standard for this is something called market capitalization, or just market cap for short. It's pretty simple, actually. It's just the total price tag the stock market has put on a company. It's really the go-to number for understanding the sheer scale and value of a corporation. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get to the rankings.
And we're going to start right at the top, inside what you could call a very exclusive club. We're not talking about billion-dollar companies here. No. These are the multi-trillion-dollar behemoths, the ones sitting at the absolute peak of the global economy. The scale here is just hard to wrap your head around. Kicking off our top three, coming in at number 3 is Alphabet. You probably know them better as the parent company of Google. They're basically the engine of the modern internet, and that deep integration into our digital lives has given them unbelievable influence. And a price tag to match. A staggering $3.9 trillion. And that's trillion with a T. It's an astronomical number. But what's really crazy is it's not even the biggest. So who beats that? Well, sliding into the number 2 spot is Apple Inc. This is a company that didn't just sell us phones and computers, they built an entire fortress, a whole ecosystem of devices and services that work so well together, it creates this incredible brand loyalty. And that has pushed their value right across the $4 trillion line. For years, Apple was the undisputed king of this list, a true testament to their genius. But as of today, they've just been nudged out of the top spot. And here we are, claiming the crown. At number 1 is NVIDIA. Now, this is a company that gamers have known about for decades because of their graphics cards. But now, NVIDIA has become the essential arms dealer for the entire artificial intelligence revolution. They make the chips that literally every single major company needs to compete. And just look at that valuation, $4.6 trillion. This is not a photo finish, folks. NVIDIA has opened up a huge gap at the top, and what that signals is the market's absolute conviction that AI isn't just a feature, it's the future of everything. So let's just pause and look at this top 5. A pretty clear pattern emerges, right? It is a clean sweep for big tech. You got NVIDIA, Apple, Alphabet, Microsoft, and Amazon. If you add up the value of just those 5 companies, you get over $18 trillion. That is more than the GDP of almost any country on Earth. It's just staggering. Okay, so the top of the mountain is all tech, no doubt about it. But does that trend hold up when we look at the whole list? Let's zoom out from just these giants and see what the full top 30 looks like. Well, the short answer is nope, not even close. And this is a really crucial point, because while tech grabs all the headlines and those eye-popping numbers, the real economy, the one we all live in every single day, it still runs on a much more diverse engine. It's a mix of the old guard and the new disruptors. This table really breaks it down perfectly. Yeah, technology and telecom are in the lead with 12 of the top 30 spots. No surprise there. But look at the foundation holding everything up. 7 spots go to consumer and retail, the companies that fill our shopping carts. 4 go to healthcare and pharma, and then you have finance and energy with 3 each, the sectors that, literally power our world. It's a whole ecosystem. And that's what makes this list so real. It's not just abstract numbers on a spreadsheet. Just think about your day so far. You might have grabbed a Coca-Cola, used a product from Johnson & Johnson. Maybe you filled up your car at a gas station supplied by one of these energy giants. They are woven directly into the fabric of our daily lives. Okay, so we know who these companies are and what they do, but that leads to another critical question. Where are they? Because when you break down their headquarters by geography, another incredibly clear trend just jumps right off the page. Just look at this chart. The dominance is just undeniable. Out of the top 30 most valuable companies in the world, an absolutely staggering 20 of them are headquartered in the United States. That's 2/3 of the list. It's a powerful statement about where global capital and innovation are centered right now. And to really put this into perspective, get this. The most valuable non-US company on the list is Saudi Aramco. Now, its valuation is immense, around $1.65 trillion. But that's still less than half the value of Microsoft, which is only number 4 on our list. It just starkly illustrates the sheer concentration of corporate power in the US today. Okay, so we've looked at the who, the what, and the where. Now let's try to pull it all together. Let's look at the big picture and ask, what are the main things this data is really telling us? And here it is, the whole shebang, the full list of the world's 30 largest companies. You know, seeing it all together like this, you can really appreciate the scale and those patterns we've been talking about. The way tech dominates the top, the vital role of all those other core industries, and of course, that heavy geographic concentration. So what's the bottom line here? I think it boils down to 3 key takeaways. Number 1, technology, supercharged by AI, is the single most powerful force in our economy today, period. Number 2, the scale of wealth is incredibly concentrated in just a small handful of what you could call megacorporations. And number 3, for right now, the United States is still the undisputed center of all that corporate power. And all of that really brings us to one final lingering thought. This list, it's just a snapshot in time. It's a reflection of our world right now. But things change. New technologies explode onto the scene, global dynamics shift. So the question I want to leave you with is this. 10 years from now, how different do you think this list is going to look?